Do me a favor. If you go to the movies, the cinema, you're there for a reason, right? To watch a movie. Don't touch your phone. Don't touch your fucking phone. I will find you and I will fucking kill you. It is so annoying. I'm ranting about that first because for like the 100th time in my life, I've had to politely kneel next to someone in a dark movie theater and say, "Excuse me, can you be a more considerate fucking adult and get off fucking TikTok while we're watching a movie?" Sorry everyone, I just have to rant. It really frustrates me when people do this. I'm the guy that will tell people to get off their fucking phone. I've said the F word too many times already. Gonna get demonetized. Don't do it. Why are you doing it? We're in the movie theater. Stop being an ADHD, TikTok-loving Gen Z idiot and watch the movie. Rant over. Mission Impossible, Dead Reckoning. Mission Impossible, Dead Reckoning, Part 1. What a mouthful. And what a movie. This movie is 2 hours and 40 minutes long. It flies by. It's quick. It's fun. And it's a good movie. You should go watch it. Thank you for stopping by. Bye-bye now. Ha! That's the quick review. I don't really want to review this movie heavily like I have previous movies. It's a good movie. It's fun. Tom Cruise is the man. It's great. It's great. It's not... it's between good and great. I'll put it there. The action is all brilliantly shot. The acting is phenomenal. The music is great. The direction is on point. It almost feels like a throwback to just a movie that was made. It's not overly edited. It's not too fast-paced. It's just a movie. It exists. It's good fun. It's thrilling. That's what you want, isn't it? That's all I want. I had a good time. In saying all that, though, I do have to talk about criticisms, and there are a couple, and that's not to be negative or drag the video down, but these are things that I noticed. Number one, I want to talk about the cliffhanger ending. This feels like the summer of cliffhanger endings. Fast X, Across the Spider-Verse. This, we're just, it's blue ball summer. We've been getting a hand job for 10 minutes now. She's put her hair in a ponytail. Find out next year. And you're like, oh, it's not fair, but it's okay. This movie's cliffhanger, and this is not a spoiler, it's called Part 1. You would assume it's going to be a cliffhanger. Its cliffhanger isn't actually a cliffhanger. You're not like, oh, what's going to happen? It sort of just ends, which was a little bit disappointing. It just comes to a slow fade, and then it's over. It's not a Fast X where it ends when it shouldn't end, and it's not a Spider-Verse that ends perfectly. It just sort of fades out like an 80s song. You know how they just fade out? In regards to the pacing, I thought the editing in this movie was not very good. There's a lot of fades, dissolves. The incorporation of the score feels so like up and down without momentum. Things build and then they slow, and then they build and then they slow. It never actually feels like we get to the climax of the film and then the movie ends. It's sort of just a series of ups and downs. Scenes don't transition well into the next scene most of the time. Exposition is given and then we're in another scene. It just feels choppy is the best way I can put it. The pacing feels choppy. It feels like we knew the action scenes and we've tried to join the dots to get there, and it doesn't come across as the most natural way to do it. And the sense of momentum, the build-up to the ending, really wasn't there for me here. The climax is going on and you're like, this is cool, but it doesn't feel like the edge-of-your-seat climax the previous Mission Impossible was. I love Mission Impossible Fallout, the one with Henry Cavill as the villain. That's one of my favourite movies of the last 5-10 years. I love that movie. It is one of the best action movies I've ever seen. Henry Cavill plays a great villain. That's a perfect movie, in my opinion. That's a 10 out of 10. It's fun, it's light, but there is that build-up. The scene where Tom Cruise is running across all the buildings trying to catch up to Henry Cavill, it feels like a video game. You know the objective, there's a linear path, there's epic music behind it, and it's one of those, you're on the edge of your seat, and then there's a helicopter thing, they're fighting on a cliff. That is peak cinema. This movie doesn't quite reach those heights. And that's it, really. It's a great movie. I will say the CGI lets it down in spaces. There's a whole, and there's promotional footage of it. They built this entire train just to crash it for this film in a stunt.
Available to be wrecked. We had to build the train if we wanted to destroy it. To shoot it practically was extremely challenging.
And the stunt happens so quickly and is shrouded in so much CGI, it doesn't even look real in the end. So it's a shame to put all this effort in, all this labor, for a stunt that doesn't look very good. Oh, but I will say there is a chase scene in Rome in this movie, identical to Fast X. They go down the same steps in Fast X as they do in this movie, with a car. It's night and day. They actually do it here. In Fast X, it's a CGI PlayStation 2 Vin Diesel car. This is how it's done. Imagine Fast and Furious. Imagine if you just did this. You wouldn't already be on streaming. Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning, go see it. Tell me what you thought about it down below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Before I go, 2 things I want to say. 1, before the movie started, the Oppenheimer trailer played. And my God, I'm excited for this movie. This is the trailer. And the entire cinema, the floor, my seat was rumbling. There's like this tense. Christopher Nolan does tension so damn well. I'm so excited to see this movie. We know how it ends. It's a historical biopic. But it still feels like, what's going to happen? It's tense. I just wanted to point that out. I heard a quote that Christopher Nolan said, you will feel the explosions in Oppenheimer. If I can feel it rumbling in the trailer, I can't wait for the movie. So that's number 1. And number 2, everybody, is I'm taking a little bit of a break. This is the last video you will get for a little while, maybe a month, 4 weeks. I got to get my camera fixed. I've talked about it before. I'm getting it serviced. There's some issues with it that need to be fixed that I can't fix, so I have to send it away. I was quoted with 4-week turnaround. So yeah, gonna take the camera in. Just thought I'd get this last little video out to you before that happens and say goodbye and see you in 4 weeks. When we come back, I'm excited because I need a little bit of time just to relax a bit. I've been very stressed lately. I have a new sort of way of wanting to do videos, which essentially is make them shorter, snappier, and get to the point quicker, make more relevant videos. So that's going to be what's happening going forward. And I'm going to have a new look. I've bought a custom t-shirt and hat with my logo on it, just so I can wear it in the videos, because I'm sick of wearing black. Most of my wardrobe is black. You can barely see me right now. So I thought that'll just be a good way, a good look, consistent look for the videos going forward. And that's it. Everybody, thank you for watching. See you in a couple weeks. Don't miss me too much. I know you won't. Bye-bye now.